From Volda to Alesund is about 2 hours by bus. I have the front seat, but I've waved farewell to my faithful guide Gunnar. It is nonetheless an adventure. Norwegian buses are excellent, and the bus window is still as good as any travel video. The numerous stops clearly shown on the TV, even the time it takes to reach there. The bus is remarkably smooth and comfortable. And guess what? I still get to enjoy those enjoyable ferry interludes even on the bus. Time goes quickly on Norwegian bus trips. The scenery is so spectacular. And I notice on arriving in Alesund that the Queen Elizabeth is also visiting. An impressive sight in the harbour, right next to the bus terminus, and only a 5-minute walk to the city centre. This is no ordinary city, designed in the Art Nouveau style with bronze statues and ornately decorated buildings. The harbour is quite a sight. On the night of the 23rd of January, 1904, this town was the scene of the horrific Alesund fire, which destroyed 800 houses, left 10,000 people homeless, and 1 man dead. Amazingly, within a few years, the town was rebuilt in stone, brick, and mortar in the Art Nouveau style. Colourful buildings and a beautiful harbour. I believe one of the reasons for that is the character and culture of Norwegian people. The severe climate and rugged terrain have, over the centuries, moulded a people with positive attitudes, persistence, courage, and a resolve to overcome, and not least a generosity toward their fellow men. I believe recent fears of the rise of immigration are not fueled by racism, but by fears that this culture, of which the people are rightly proud, may be eroded. Believe it or not, this is my 3rd visit here, and each time I never have time to do what I want. I want to go up to the hills and view from above the beautiful overview of the city. I want to visit the Jugendstil Art Nouveau Center. I want to take a boat trip, but I only have 25 minutes before I need to catch the bus back to the airport. So all I can do is a harbour walk. Still a very enjoyable thing to do, especially as the sun is still shining despite the weather forecast. Boats have always played an important part in Norway, and the fjords and lakes that proliferate mean that most people in Norway are within easy reach of water and boats. Fishing has also been very important. Alesund still is the most important fishing harbour in Norway, and the fishing fleet is one of the most modern in the world. In times past, it was one of the main ports for herring fishing, a fact that is clearly obvious from its coat of arms that shows 6 fishermen on a Viking-style boat catching herring. The town itself is beautiful. The architecture, the way it's laid out, the interesting places and shops, and the cobbled streets, lampposts and trees, and even places where one can sit a while and enjoy a coffee and a snack. The harbour where the ferries come in is on the opposite side to where the big ships dock, and is a charming place. So I slowly made my way back to the bus station to pick up my luggage from the locker there, and I looked enviously at the Queen Elizabeth. Without doubt, on her way to visit the fjords. Geiranger is not far away, and the Brickstill Glacier. So another visit to Norway comes to a close. A fantastic kaleidoscope of mountains, waterfalls, and fjords. A place like nowhere else on earth. And as my plane takes off, I know I shall be back. There's still much to see and explore. And guess what? I'm buying a drone. So next time I come, the sky's the limit. Next from Excion.org, beautiful Norway, starting in Horten, south of Oslo, and going north to Lillehammer. Bioli, Trollstigen, Geiranger, Helsilt, the Union Hotel Høye, Volda, the fjords, fishing, Jostelbreen National Park, Brickstill Waterfall, and the glacier sailing on the ocean, and finally a visit to Oslo.